Hi, I thought I'd update you on life with the EV. Had the car for over a week now. I chose to go with the I-Pace, which is Jaguar's electric vehicle, 100% electric, no hybrid, no backup, purely battery. Did consider others, looked at the Audi as well, but the Jaguar was my personal choice. Absolutely blown away with how it drives. The power, totally underestimated how fast it would be, and so smooth, so calming, and the power is just there underfoot. What I particularly like so far, just talking about the vehicle itself, is the regenerative braking system. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but the concept is quite incredible in that when you're driving, when you take your foot off the accelerator, so when the car decelerates, you don't even actually have to touch the brake unless you're flying, but the car will automatically slow down. As you decelerate, it slows down, and very rarely do you then have to touch the brake just to finish off the braking. And what that does, the momentum there helps charge the battery. The power on the dash, you've got two sections that I'll show you later. It goes charge, power, and you see the gauge just flick into charge as you're slowing down, and the battery is gaining charge from the momentum of the slowing down. Quite incredible, really, the concept. So that prolongs the battery life on a journey between 10 and 20%, they're claiming, which is pretty phenomenal, and reduces general wear and tear on your brake pads. So what's not to love about that? But as I say, looked at a few different cars and chose the I-Pace for me. I'm more than happy with it. Why did I choose electric? Well, cars always had heavy diesels, four-wheel drives, and decided it's the future, it's the world we live in now. We're all doing our bit for a greener, cleaner way of living, making little changes. You know, we're switching from plastic straws to metal straws, switching to away from the plastic cotton buds, and just little changes that we can all do. I buy greener, cleaner cosmetics, and just doing our bit, really. So, bulk of the charge of my journeys, so 289 is the official range on the I-Pace. I look about 250, 260. I use a power tailgate, I use the aircon, and all the little gadgets and gizmos that we're used to do suck on the battery life. Most of the charging's done at home. We installed the BP Charge Master on the wall at home. So when I come in of an evening now, I just plug in the car. I don't have to do it every evening, but I choose to do it. Plug the car in as you get used to plugging your phone in. Just getting your head around it, and it's just remembering to do it. And to do that, I just release the bonnet, so that, bearing in mind there's no engine under the bonnet, it's just a giant battery on wheels with a car built around it. So flip the bonnet up, and in there I have a charging cable. And instead of a petrol pump, which it looks like, mine's on the front of the car, on the passenger side, I have a cable. One end goes into the charging unit and one end goes into the car. Plug it in, lock the car, charges overnight. It's a 7 kilowatt charger unit we have at home. That was installed by BP Charge Master. I don't know if I've already said that. And it was something like £900, and you get so much back. I think it was 500 as an incentive. So fabulous as well. So all charging to be done at home. When I'm out, it went for its first long journey across the northwest the other day. I used more or less all the charge. No, sorry, let me rephrase that. The journey would have used more or less all the charge. With it being my first journey, got there 120 miles, still loads to do the return journey, and the car was telling me I had enough charge to do the return journey. My husband and kids were doing the Tough Mudder Northwest, very first one, which they absolutely loved and hammered, by the way, did all the obstacles. So for the return journey, I thought, I just want to feel a bit more safe and secure with it being the first ever journey. So I did use ZapMap, which showed me all the charging points local to where I was. I was crossing Crewe at this point. I picked one which was more or less nearer to me, 2 or 3 miles, clicked on it, and then it automatically spoke to the car and stuck that in the nav, took me there, and it was a Polar charging point. So there's various charging points throughout the country, various companies. There's Polar Plus, I think it's called, Ecotricity. I've also opted and joined that one because I have family up in the lakes, and the Polar Plus coverage up there is a little bit sparse. So I've gone there, and I know there's charging points en route to family across in the west coast of Cumbria. So it just takes a little bit of planning your journey. ZapMap's fabulous. Obviously, in the car itself, it shows you the nearest charging point as well. So there's no worry about that, but it is a definite fear when you first set out. You think, am I going to get stuck? Am I going to run out? But no, the infrastructure is there, the network is there. It's just using it. And the more and more businesses that install charging points, the more of an incentive it is to turn up and plug in and have a coffee and do what you're going to do. And the ultra fast chargers, I think they're 150 watts, they're charging in an hour full charge, which is incredible. So the 50 watt ones are good. That was I got a real boost of, I don't know, can't remember now, something like 20% in whatever time I was plugged in, 30-40 minutes, which was enough for a coffee and a bottle of water, a comfort break. So it's there, there's no need to panic, but more and more coming up every day. Fabulous. Feels great driving the electric vehicle. It's so quiet, so soothing. Feels great not pumping out crap into the air quality, and more than happy so far. I'll show you how to do the charging later. Okay, I hope this is really useful. We've got a network of friends who are considering switching to electric, and I do feel like I'm a little bit of a guinea pig at the minute, but it is the future. Okay, I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.